afternoon, everyone. I'm Angela. Welcome to this hatha class. We'll be working on some leg balancing and back bending poses today. Grab 2 blocks with you, as you might need them later. Does anyone have any injuries? Great. So be mindful during the practice later. Listen to your bodies. Feel free to make any adjustments or take a break anytime if your body needs it. Come to a comfortable cross-leg seating position. You may also sit on a block to let your hips to move, open up more. Place your palms on your knees. Gently close your eyes. Begin to draw your attention inwards. Let's scan through our whole body from the bottom to the top as we begin the practice. Notice the feeling of your legs and sitting bones touching the mat. Allow them to sink into the mat to ground you firmly. Sit tall and elongate the spine. Roll your shoulders back and away from the ears. Soften the jaws and soften your facial muscles. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Soften and let go of any tension. Begin to make several conscious breaths. Observe the flow of your breathing and allow it to find its own natural rhythm. Notice which body part feels the breath the most. It might be the areas around your nostrils or the rise and fall of your chest and belly. Find that spot and allow your attention to rest there. Continue to make mindful inhalation and exhalation. Begin to connect back to our body and mind. With every exhalation, begin to let go of the thoughts or any external distractions that are occupying your mind right now. Begin to feel a sense of steadiness and stability. Observe the state of your mind now. As this marks our very last asana practice together, let's take this time to acknowledge what we've gone through. Looking back to the very first day of the training, I bet most of us felt very anxious or even a little bit overwhelmed. There were struggles and oftentimes that we questioned ourselves. If we're good enough, or would we be able to make it through? Within 2 months of time, look at how far we've all come. Many of us have unlocked new levels in our asana practice, gained a deeper understanding of yoga philosophies, and also being a more confident teacher now. Transformation isn't always sweet and easy. We might feel frightened or knocked down at times. And that's completely normal and it's part of the process. But with courage, determination, and hard work, that's how and where transformation begins. Along this journey, may we count our blessings and invite gratitude into our heart. We thank Master for his guidance, unconditional support. patience, and inspiration. Thank you for giving us roots and wings. Roots to ground us and to give us a solid foundation, and wings to let us fly high and to reach new heights. Be grateful for those sitting around you. I'm glad that our paths crossed and we get to share so many memorable moments together. May our friendship last and continue to be there to witness each other's growth, to share the sorrows and double the happiness. Last but not least, thank yourselves. Thank yourselves for the time, effort, and dedication. Appreciate how much you've transformed and be proud of it. As we go forward and start a new chapter in life, I wish you may always count your blessings and appreciate the people and things around you. Carry that smile on your heart and face and spread it to people that you meet along the way. Holding on tightly to this feeling of gratitude, let this energy flow and wash over the entire body. Take this moment to set an intention for the practice today. It may be gratitude, inner strength, or being mindful and present throughout the practice. Practice this intention throughout the flow and throughout the rest of the day. We'll begin the class by chanting 2 mantras together. First one, prayer of harmony, which we ask for God's blessings for harmony between students and teachers. Followed by Guru mantra. Guru means one who removes the darkness. To express our gratitude to our teachers to help us see the light and find the path of truth, including our dear master and yoga teachers, spiritual gurus, and our own inner guiding light. Lastly, with 3 chants of Shantis. Join both palms in front of your heart center into Anjali Mudra. Prayer of harmony. Inhale. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Punatu Sahaviryam Kalafavahai Tejasvinav Atitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Guru mantra. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Take a deep breath in. Exhale fully out. Bow the head towards the heart center. May we have a wonderful practice together. Namaste. Gently open your eyes. Place your palms on top of your knees. We'll begin with several rounds of neck rotation. Inhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Then draw it back, look up. Continue, exhale, drop it to the left. And draw the chin towards the chest. Continue to draw circles with your head at your own pace. You may pause at a spot where you feel the tension and go with your flow, Keep your breathing deep and slow. Make this your last round. Reverse. Drop it first to the left, all the way to the back, then to the right, and to the chest. Feel the stretch on your neck. Begin to let go of any tension. Make this our last round. Return back to the central. Now place your fingers on your shoulders. We'll draw circles with our elbows. Inhale, bring the elbows together in front. Continue to raise them up all the way to the ceiling. Exhale, draw it back and down. Continue to draw circles at your own pace. As you're dropping it down, squeeze your scapula together and roll your shoulders down. Reverse. Draw it up to the ceiling, all the way to the front, and lowering it down. Be mindful of each rotation as we begin to warm up our shoulders for the practice later. Hold here for 3, 2, 1, release. We'll now come to an all-four position, so remove the block if you have one. Place your palms under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We'll do several rounds of cat-cows here. Inhale, drop the belly down to the floor. Open up the chest and look up. Exhale. Round the spine. Draw the navel in. Look at the navel. Another round. Inhale, sink the belly down. Open up the chest. Collarbones wide. Look up. Exhale, round the spine. Push yourself away from the floor. Look at the navel. Another round. Inhale. Melt down, arch back, and look up. Exhale, round the spine. Come back to neutral position. We'll now do a thread the needle. Inhale, raise your right palm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread it through your left armpit, placing your right shoulder and right side of the face on the floor. You may stay here, or for deeper twisting, raise your left arm up to the ceiling. Bend it and try to find your inner thigh of your right leg. Continue to twist by opening up the chest and try to draw your left shoulder back. You may also look up to the sky. We'll hold here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bring your left palm back onto the mat. Slowly push yourself way up to all fours. Let's do the other side. Inhale, raise your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread it through your right armpit, dropping the shoulder and face down. If you want a deeper stretch, raise your right palm up and try to grab it by finding your inner thigh of your left leg. Continue to draw your right shoulder back for deep twisting. We'll hold here for last 3, 2, 1. Release, place the palms back. Gently push yourself back up. Tuck the toes, lift the hip. Push yourself back up to downward facing dog. You can walk the dog here by paddling the feet. You may raise the heel one by one and start to loosen up the tension and to stretch our hamstrings. You may also sway your hip side to side. Listen to the body and do what it needs. Slowly come back to center. Inhale, join both feet in between your palms into standing forward bend, Uttanasana. You may grab your opposite ankles here, elbows. You may also rock side to release the tension on your lower back. You can also choose to pulse your body up and down and start to really feel the stretch on the back of your thighs. We'll hold here for last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay still. Inhale, slowly roll yourself back up to standing, arms next to your body. I'll now pass the time to Wayne to lead us for more warm-ups.
Thank you, Angela. Hi everyone, my name is Wayne. We're going to now do a few short sequences to warm up our bodies. Stay at the top of your mat. Bring your palms together at your heart center. Namaste. Inhale, raise your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, place your palms on the ground. Inhale, step your right leg back, look up to the front. Exhale, left leg back, hips up, push back into downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward into plank. Exhale, drop your knee, chest, chin down. Inhale, roll up, roll your shoulder back, cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, push your hips up, back into downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right leg between your arms, look up. Exhale, left foot front, bend over into forward fold. Inhale, raise your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, brings your palm back at your heart center. Now onto the left hand side. Inhale, arms up, Hasta Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, left leg back, chest up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, right foot back, push back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, shift forward for Lakasana. Exhale, drop your knee, chest, chin down to Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, roll up into Bhujankasana. Exhale, tuck your toes, push back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, step your left leg forward, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, right leg front, fold down into Uttanasana. Inhale, raise your arms up, Hasta Uttanasana. Exhale, hands back at your heart center, Namaste. Rest your palm next to your body and take a few breaths. I know we have a tough 2 months, so take some rest. Next, we're going to do another short sequence. It's not that tough, so don't look at me all scared. All right, keep your legs together. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, sit back into chair pose, Utkatasana. Look down and check if you can see your toes. If you can't, shift your weight back a little bit. Make sure you can see your toes. You should be able to wriggle them a little bit. If you're tired, there's no need to sit too far down. Tuck your tailbones in, draw your navel in. Arms can be next to your ears or pointing towards the harbor side. Exhale, fold down into Uttanasana. Shake your legs a little bit. Place your palms onto the mat. If you can't place your whole palm down, you can bend your knees a little bit. Step back or jump back into downward facing dog. Pedal your legs out, shake your hips side to side. Inhale, lift your right leg up into three-legged dog. Bend your knees to your butt and point your knees upward, pointing towards the ceiling. Slowly draw a circle with your knees to loosen your hip. It's normal to hear some cracking sound, so don't worry about it. We'll do 2 more on this side and switch to the other direction. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend your leg back up to three-legged dog. On your next exhale, step your right leg outside of your right palm. and drop your left knee down. We're going to do lizard. If this feels very comfortable for you, lower down onto your elbow and rest in lizard. If you would like more stretch, you can tuck your toes and lift your back knee up, rocking front and back or up and down to loosen your outer hip. Remember to keep breathing. Drop your left leg back down and come back up to your palms. Rock your right foot into the center. Straighten your right leg. Move your hip back above your left knee and tuck your left toes into half split, half Hanuman. Inhale, extend your spine forward towards the harbor. Exhale, fold your chest down onto your knee. You can rock your palms slightly forward to the front of your mat. Each inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink further down. If your hamstrings are a bit tight, you can bend your knees slightly and do some dynamic movement. This would be last on your hamstring. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. Try to square your hip if you want a deeper stretch. Slowly, on your next exhale, come back into downward facing dog. Take your time. Inhale, shift forward into plank. Exhale, drop your knee, chest, chin down. Inhale, roll up into cobra, shoulder back. Exhale, tuck your toes, move back into downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet up or jump back up to the top of the mat into forward fold. You can shake your legs a little bit. We'll rest here for a few breaths before we switch to the left-hand side. Okay, come back to the center. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, sit down into chair pose. Again, check, you can see your toes. Remember to tuck your tailbone in. Gazing at the beautiful weather outside. We'll stay for a few more breaths here. If you are tired, you can stay here, or you can bend a little bit more down to challenge yourself. On your next exhale, fold back down into forward fold. Step or jump back into downward facing dog. Walk your dog a little bit. On your next inhale, lift up your left leg into three-leg dog. Bend your legs and point your knee towards the ceiling. You do a hip rotation on this side as well. So choose a direction, doesn't matter which one. And we do 5 big circles here. Now switch to the other side. When you're done, straighten your leg back into three-leg dog. On your next exhale, place it outside of your left palm and come into lizard pose. Step your left leg forward and drop your right knee down. Move your left leg a bit and come down to your elbows if you can. If not, perfectly fine to stay at your palm. Tuck your right toes and lift your knee up if you did so on the other side. You can again shift back and forth, up and down to stretch out your outer hip. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Each time you exhale, try to lower your chest down onto the mat more to deepen the stretch. Slowly drop your right knee down onto the mat. Walk your left foot in between your palms and straighten them out. Come into half split. Tuck your right toes to provide more stability over here. Each time you inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, relax, bringing your chest towards your thigh. Again, you can do some dynamic movement here by bending and straightening your knees. Keep your hips square so you're stretching your hamstring properly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink down. Slowly come back up. And we'll push back into downward facing dog. Slowly inhale, come up to plank. Drop your knee down, we'll come into tabletop position. We're going to do some core exercise. I know you guys love it, so let's enjoy the session together. Check that your palms are directly underneath your shoulder and your knees are underneath your hip. Tuck your right toes. Lift your right hand and left leg up. We're going to do some bird dog first. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch, knee to elbow. Inhale, come up. Exhale, crunch. We'll do 3 more times. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, come up. Exhale in. Last one. Inhale, up. Exhale, crunch. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Come back down onto tabletop. Shake your hips up a bit. Everyone feeling okay? Okay. All right, we have the other side. So tuck your left toe and reach out your left arm and right leg. Inhale up, exhale, crunch in. Inhale up. Exhale, elbow to knee. 3 more, guys. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Crunch. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Back down onto tabletop. You can push back into a child pose if you want some rest. Okay, I'm not going to lie, we have one more flow, but we're going to just hold a plank for a while. And I will give an option to go down to half plank. Stay here for a few more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly come back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward into plank. Make sure your shoulders are stacked directly above your palms, feet together, thighs rolled in. We'll hold here for a while. If you want to do a half plank, feel free to drop your knees, but make sure your tailbone is tucked in, doing a posterior pelvic tilt. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down. Push back into child pose. Relax here for a few breaths. I'll now hand over to Carrie, who's going to do some fun leg balancing poses.
Rest here for a while before we start our next sequence. On your inhale, crawl your finger forward for a bit, and exhale, sink the chest closer to the mat, melting the body down. Taking the next inhale again, and exhale, sinking deeper. When you're ready, sit up, tuck your toes, push yourself back to a downward facing dog, and we'll meet there. Take your time. Let's go for a half vinyasa. On your exhale, shift forward to plank, go knee, chest, chin to the floor, and inhale, roll yourself up to a cobra pose. Lift the chest towards the upper side. Exhale, tuck toes, lift hips, push back to downward facing dog. Pedal the heels here for a bit. On your next inhale, look front, bend the knees, step or hop front to Uttanasana. Grabbing onto the opposite elbow, swaying the body side to side. On your next inhale, roll yourself up vertebra per vertebra, slowly up. Raise arms up, and exhale, palms in front of heart center in prayer position. Now, release the arms for a bit. And as we've just worked on our core, it's time to work on our legs now. So we'll be doing some leg balancing poses. When we're doing these balancing poses, be mindful that keep your gaze at one point. You'll be more stable that way. And be mindful of your breath. Don't hold your breath here. So keep your breath steady and slow. And whenever you're feeling unstable or a bit wobbly, it's okay to take a rest and join back into the pose. So let's start. Shift the weight to the left leg. Bring the palms to your waist. Bringing the sole of the right feet to the inner thigh of the left leg. Easier option to place it at the shin for better balance. If you're ready, you can place the palm in front of your heart center in prayer position. Or if you want more, reach the arms up to the ceiling, stretching up, gaze up. Choose your option and stay there. Whichever option you are in, keep your gaze at one point. Feel that the big toe and the ball of the standing foot is gripping strongly on the floor. Engaging the quads and keeping the standing leg straight and strong. Let's hold here for 3 more seconds. On each count, lengthen the body a bit more, reaching high up. For 3, 2, 1, great effort. If you have your hands up, place it back in prayer position and look front. Gently release the right leg here, hold here for a bit, take a deep inhale, and on your exhale, kick back up to a warrior 3. Bringing the torso parallel to the floor. You can choose to point the toes for more elongation of your back leg. If you want more, reach out the arms alongside of your ears. Hug both arms in towards the ears, forming a T shape with your body. Be mindful to bring the right thigh parallel to the floor, squaring your hips here. Staying for a few more breaths. For 3, reaching out. 2, 1. Now gently place the palms next to your feet to the floor and kick up into a standing split. Hang in there. Opening up the hips, point the toes, reach high up to the ceiling. Option to grab onto your left ankle with your left hand and pulling yourself closer, bringing your forehead closer to the shin and the chest closer to the thigh. Let's hold here for 3 more counts. Give all that you have. For each count, kick slightly higher. For 3, 2, higher up, 1. Great job. Come back to Uttanasana and shake up your legs for a bit. Option to grab onto your elbows, sway yourself side to side. Move your hips side to side, releasing the tension in your quads, in your hamstrings, and in your hips. Now slightly bend the right leg and bend forward, resting your belly on the thigh, feeling the tension in your left thigh. This time for your left leg. Slightly bend the left leg. Keep the right leg straight. Bring the belly to the thigh. Feel how your legs are feeling different now, as we've just worked on one side. But we'll be balancing it out by working on the other side soon. On your next inhale, roll yourself up. Raise your arms up. And exhale, palms in front of heart center. Let's work on the right side. So shift the weight to your right leg, bring the palms resting on your waist, and bring the sole of the left leg to your inner thigh of the right leg. Again, easier option is to place it at your shin for better balance. If you have it, you can bring your palms in prayer position, or arms up, look up. Open up the left knee to the side. Keep the navel in, whole body long and straight, feeling the stretch in your side body. Reaching both arms up towards the ceiling. Holding here for 3 more breaths. For 3, reaching high up more. 2, even your fingertips are working. 1, great job. Palms in prayer position. Release the left leg. Hold here. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Bend into warrior 3. Kick back, up. Forming a T shape, and if you've chose the option to raise both arms front, choose it this side too. Keep your breath steady and slow. Keep your gaze at one point, keeping both legs straight and strong, squaring the hips here. For 3, 2, 1, great job. Now palms in front of the mat, next to your feet, and kick up into a standing split. Pointing the back toes, pulling yourself closer by grabbing onto the right ankle, bringing the forehead closer to the shin. See if you can straighten both legs, imagining that you're wanting to form one straight line with your whole body, opening up the hips. Pull a bit closer. 3 more counts here. Kicking high up. 3, 2, point the toes. 1, great job. Come back to standing forward fold. Shake up your legs. You should feel more balance now on your both legs as we've just worked on them. Option to sit back into a child pose. Take some rest before we start our next sequence. If you're in a child pose, keep your knees wide. Sit onto your heels. Take deep breaths in. Take deep inhale. Crawl your fingers forward, and on your exhale, bend, sinking yourself closer to the floor. Taking a few more breaths here. When you're ready, tuck your toes. Push yourself back into a downward facing dog. Keeping both arms straight, pushing yourself away from the floor, shoulders away from the ear. Let's take an inhale here, lengthen the body, and exhale, sink a bit lower, bringing the chest closer to the thigh. On your next inhale, step the right leg in between the palms and spin the back heel 45 degrees. Checking heel to heel alignment, raise the torso up, coming up into Warrior 1. Both arms raising straight. Be mindful of your alignment. Square the hips here by pulling the right hip back and the left hip front. On your inhale, lengthen the body more, and exhale, sink lower, bringing the front thigh parallel to the floor. Keeping the spine straight and long. And exhale, bend your torso 45 degrees forward. Hold here. Feeling your fingers, shoulders, hips, and back heel in one straight line. Now shorten the stance for a bit first. Bring the left palm to the waist. Bring the right fingertips to the right corner of the mat or a bit front for more space. Now kick up into a half moon. Kick the back leg parallel to the floor. Flex the toes. Option to raise the right arm up, forming one straight line. Opening up the torso to the left side. If you have it, you can also choose to come into sugar cane by bending the back leg, grabbing onto the ankle with the left arm, kicking up, engaging the quads, pulling yourself, feeling the tension in your shoulders, pushing the top shoulders back and bringing the bottom ribs out. Great job. Holding here for 3 more breaths. For 3, pulling yourself up. 2, 1, great effort. Come back to Uttanasana. Again, shake up the legs. Taking deep inhale and deep exhale, side out. On your next inhale, look front, bend knees, step or hop back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, step the left foot in between the palms and spin the back heel 45 degrees, coming up into Warrior 1 again. Raising both arms up and long, hugging towards the ears. On your inhale, lengthen the body, and exhale, sink deeper, bringing the front thigh parallel to the floor. Feeling the stretch in your side body, your quads strong, working. And exhale, bend forward into 45 degrees here. Hold here for a bit. Tuck your navel in, engage your core. Now shorten the stance first. Bring the right palm to your waist and the left fingertips to the left corner of the mat. Now kick up. Shift the weight forward into a half moon. If you've chose to come into a sugar cane, try it on this side as well. Bend the back leg. Find your ankle, go slow. Pulling your quads, opening up the shoulder, feeling the collarbone spread wide, torso facing right side of the room. Again, rotate the shoulders back and the bottom rib out. Keep your breath here, staying strong. Few more breaths. Give all that you have. It's the last part of the sequence here. For 3, 2, 1. Great job. Come back to Uttanasana. Shake up the legs again. You should feel that your legs are on fire now, in a good way. On your inhale, look front, bend knees, step or hop back to downward facing dog. And I'll pass the time on to Chloe for some back bending sequence.
After the intense leg session done by Carrie, let's start with some back bendings. Now inhale, shift forward to a plank, and exhale, lower your knee, chest, and chin to the ground. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, slide forward and arch your back into a cobra. And exhale, lie down on your belly. Place your palms in front of your forehead and just lie on your palms as your pillow. Rest for 2 breaths. Now let's start with some warm-ups for back bendings. We will start with some locust pose. Now first, extend your arms in front of your mat. Extend your arms straight in front. And inhale. Lift up your arms and your feet. Engage your quads and your back. And pull your elbows towards your ribs. Draw your palms next to your ears. And exhale. Straighten your arms in front. Hold here. Take a breath in. Exhale. Lower down. This is 1 round. We will do 4 more times to warm up our back. Now inhale. Engage the back and your glutes. Lift up. Pull yourself longer. Gaze forward. Hold. Exhale. Lower down. Inhale, reach up. Bend your arms, pull your palms next to your ears and engage your scapula. Come to a cactus arm. Exhale, straighten your arms and lower down. 2 more times. Inhale, keeping your arms and legs straight, feet together, rise up. Bend your arms and place your arms next to your ears. Engage your upper back. And exhale, straighten your arms and lower down. 1 last time. Inhale, keeping everything straight, feet together, reach up. Think of lengthening your spine to the front and the back. Now bend your arms, pull your palms next to your ears for 3, 2, 1. Straighten your arms and lie down on your belly. Great job. Look to the right side and take a breath here. Next, we will do a round of bow pose. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. Now look front. Bend your knees. Take your heels close to your butt and reach your arms back. Grab onto the ankles from the outside or from the inside. Both works. And now inhale, engage your quads and your glutes. Take your heels up to the ceiling. Point your toes. Draw yourself up. And inhale, exhale, kick harder. Engage your quads more and hold here for 3, 2, 1. Release, come back down. Look to the left side and we will try 1 more round of bow pose. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. Inhale and exhale. Second round. Bend your knees, hold on to the ankles. You may try to hold from the other side this time. Now engage your quads and your glutes. Inhale, roll your shoulder back and kick up to the ceiling. Kick yourself higher. Pull your knees and your feet together close to the midline. And hold here for 5, 4, engage your quads, 3, 2, 1. Release, come back down. Lie down on your belly. Look to the right side. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Now roll over, turn over and lie down on your back. Let's do a round of bridge pose, supported bridge pose to warm up our back. Now bend your knees, bring your feet hip width distance apart. Now inhale, engage your quads and your glutes, lift your hips up high to the ceiling. Place a block under your sacrum, choose your height. You may choose for the second height, and if you're feeling bendy today, you may choose the highest height and place it under your sacrum. Put all of your lower body weight onto the block, and if you find it stable here, straighten out your legs to open up your lower back. Breathe deep. Inhale deeply, exhale, sink lower onto the block. Relax here. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. You may also walk your shoulders backwards to open up your chest as well. Spread your collarbones wide and pull your chest forward. Last breath, inhale deeply, exhale slowly. Now bend your knees, come back on your feet, press the hips up and remove the block. Slowly roll over onto the right side and come to a seated position. Let's have a look. Next, we will do the peak pose of today. We will do a wheel pose. And to enter a wheel pose, there are several ways. Now, first, you have to place your feet hip width distance, or a little bit wider than hip distance, like the bridge pose that you just did, and you lie back down. For palms, place it next to your ears, fingertips pointing towards your shoulders. Now first, inhale, engage the quads and glutes, lift up as you're doing a bridge pose. Then exhale, roll over to the crown of your head. Then take a breath in, exhale. Now straighten your arms to come to a wheel pose. You may bend and straighten your knees, keeping your arms straight to open up your chest. Let's try it once. Lie down on your back, head facing forward. Now set up your legs position. Your feet may be a little bit wider than your hips or even mat width distance apart and turning a little bit outwards so that you can bend deeper from your lumbar spine. Now place your palms next to your ears, fingertips pointing towards shoulders. Inhale, lift up like you're lifting into a bridge pose. And exhale, roll from the head, rest on the crown of your head. Take a breath in, exhale, straighten your arms, press yourself up to a wheel pose. Try to keep your arms straight and bend your knees slightly. And exhale, straighten your knees to push your chest forward out to the front. Once again, inhale, slightly bend your knees. Exhale, push to the front, push as much as you can and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bend your knee, rest onto the crown of your head, slowly roll back down, lie down on your back. Good job. Place your soles of your feet together, knees apart, rest in a butterfly pose. You may sway your hips from side to side to massage your lower back. And catch your breath here to prepare for the next, also the last round of wheel pose of today. I promise that will be the last round and we will soon start cool down after this. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. For the second as well as the last round of the bridge pose, you may take the option to do a one-legged bridge pose by wiggling one of your feet to the center of your mat, turn it outwards 45 degrees for balance, and lift the other leg to the heart, to your chest, and straighten it upwards. Make your options. You may have to switch sides during the bridge pose. Now last breath in, and exhale slowly. Set up your legs, feet a little bit wider than hips, and place your palms next to your ears, pointing towards the shoulders. Now inhale, lift up your hips, and exhale, roll over to the crown, and take a breath in, exhale, straighten the arms up to a wheel pose. If you're choosing to do a one leg, wiggle your right feet to the center of your mat and turn it outwards for 45 degrees. Engage your right glutes and your hamstrings. Bring your left knee to your chest. Draw it to your chest as close as you can. And if you find it stable here, straighten the left leg and point the left toes to the sky. Imagine your chest is almost touching your left knees and hold here for 3, 2, 1. Bend the top leg, drop the left feet. Now place the left feet to the center. It's time to switch leg. Draw the right knee to the heart, and if you find it stable, straighten it upwards, point it towards the ceiling. Draw the knees closer to your chest and hold here for 3, 2,
1. Bend the top leg, place it down onto the floor. Rest the crown of your head onto the floor and slowly roll back down. Well done, everyone. Keep your feet as where they are and sway it from side to side. To the left, to the right to massage your lower back. Good job. We will now start cooling down. Now gently bring your knees to your chest and hug them slightly and rock from side to side. Rock to the left and the right to massage the whole back muscle. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. Slow down your breath here as we're cooling down. Now reach your arms straight and grab onto the outside of the feet. Now straighten your arms 90 degrees to the floor and separate your knees and the feet. Come to a happy baby pose. Pull with your arms to pull your feet lower and aim to bring your knees touching the floor. In the happy baby pose, feel free to continue rocking from side to side to massage your lower back, also your upper back, and using the knees as the break of rocking. Slow down your breath and breathe deeply. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. Now grab onto the back of the thigh. Grab onto the back of the knee of the back of the thigh. Now rock forward and backward, using the momentum of rocking, and slowly come up to seated position, cross-leg position, facing the front. Sit upright. We will start spinal twist. Place the right palm on top of your left knee and your left palm at the back of the mat. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, turn to the left side. Square your shoulders to the left of the room and look over the left shoulders. Now inhale, lengthen the spine once again, and exhale, pull with your right arm and trying to square your shoulders to the back of the room. Look over your neighbor on your right side from the back. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back to the center, and we switch side. Left palm on your right knee and your right palm at the back of the mat. Inhale, sit taller, and exhale, square your shoulders to the right side of the room. Look over the right shoulder. Now inhale, lengthen your spine once again, and exhale, pull with your left arm and aim to square your shoulders to the back side of the room. Look over the neighbor on your left side from the back. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back to the center, and exhale, release. We will now pass the time to Joanne to continue the cool down sequence.
Hi guys, this is Joanne. Let's continue with the cool down. Stay where you are, extend both legs in front of you. Flex the feet. Take an inhale, raise the arms up overhead, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, fall forward, hinging from the hips, leading with the chest and fold. Engage the quads, keep the knees down. Grab the arms, the palms around the arch of the feet. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, fold deeper. Chest reaching the thighs. Notice at the very beginning of the stretch, sometimes the sensation is rather strong, but as time goes by, the tension is released. So simply give yourself patience and time. Continue to breathe. Taking long inhale. And exhale deeply. Find the relaxation in the pose. Staying staying there for last 10 breaths. Take an inhale, slowly come up. Shake the legs, relax. Notice how the hamstring feels. Now bring the palms behind the hips, separate shoulder width distance apart. Palms about 1 block distance away from the hips, fingers facing forward. Press the toes and the palms on the mat. Engage the glutes and the hamstring. Lift the hips up. Expand the chest and draw the shoulder blades towards the midline. Feel the engagement of the hamstring and the glutes. Press the toes really firmly down. Staying for 3, 2, 1, and slowly release. Come back, lie down. Shake the legs again. Now slowly bend the legs. Press the feet on the mat. Separate the feet mat width distance apart. Bring the arms forward. Internally rotate so the thumbs are facing down. Bring the back of the palms behind the back and squeeze the elbows to the midline and bring them inside the thighs. Squeeze with the knees. Round the back. Relax the neck. And feel the stretch on the shoulders. Continue to take a long breath in and long breath out. Where you feel tension, try to bring the breath to those areas and use your breath to open those areas. Close your eyes and try to find stillness in the pose. Now take an inhale, slowly release. Again, extend the legs in front of you. Shake the legs, roll the shoulders a little bit. Feel the refreshment to the shoulders. Now fold the legs, bring the palms in front of you, and come lie down on the belly. Let's begin to set up for open range stretch. Extend the right arm out, pushing with the left arm. Roll yourself to the right side of the mat. Stack the legs or even bring the left foot behind the right leg. Rest the head on the mat or use a block as a support. Only when you feel very comfortable in this position, bring the left palm behind the back or even find the opposite palm and wrap fingers. Continue to close your eyes and breathe. Notice how your body is receiving the stretch. Now slowly take an inhale, and as you exhale, untwist and roll yourself back to the center. Stack the palms on top of each other and rest the forehead on top. take a moment to reset. Allow your body to receive the stretch and connect to the body and feel how two sides of the body are feeling different right now after the stretch. Only when you're ready, extend the left arm out this time, pushing with the right arm and roll to the left side. Again, stack the legs or bring the left leg behind. Option, you can also bend both legs and lean the torso to the extended arm side. Notice sometimes the two parts of the body might feel different. So simply listen to the body and adjust accordingly. Find the variation that suits your body the most. Begin to find the sweet spot where you can feel the stretch, but at the same time you can also find relaxation in the pose. Continue to breathe. Now take an inhale. As you exhale, slowly untwist and come back to the center. It's okay if you knock down something, just simply maintain the stillness in your mind. Close your eyes and bring the awareness back to your own body and to your breath. When you're ready, slightly lift the body up. Come on your elbow to Sphinx pose. Turn the palms facing up and cross the arms. Walk the arms in opposite direction as far away from each other as possible. Tuck the toes, roll yourself slightly forward and rest the chest on the arms. Rest the forehead on the mat as well. Continue to close your eyes and breathe. There is no need to engage any muscles. So simply relax the whole body, including your back, your glutes. Simply let the gravity do the work for you. Slowly and gently lift yourself up. Slide the arms out and change the arms. Whichever arm comes on top now goes under. Again, sink the chest down. Do whatever adjustment you need. And again, relax in the pose. Relax every muscle, even the eyebrows, your jaw, your face. Inhale again, slowly lift yourself up. Slide the arms out, stack the palms on top. Again, rest the forehead. taking another moment. Now slowly find your way up in seated position. Cross the legs. Close your eyes and relax the palms on the knees. Let's bring the awareness back to our breath, our mind, and our body. Feel the lightness to the body after this whole practice. And feel the refreshment to your mind. Begin to turn the awareness inward. Recall the intention you set for yourself right from the very beginning of the practice. It is something very personal. It's only you to yourself. Recall the intention with no judgment and no comparison. Because ultimately, yoga is a journey of the self, through the self, to the self. This is your journey. Constantly reflect, learn, and improve. This is exactly what and how transformation occurs. Always remember this. The transformation is limitless. So give yourself time and patience in this journey. Let's take one last moment to immerse ourselves in the kindness, love, and care we showed ourselves throughout this whole practice. Begin to bring the palms together in front of the heart center. We're gonna seal the practice with one chant of Om. Take a deep breath in. Bow to the heart center. Express gratitude to yourself for the time you give yourself and the patience, as well as to express gratitude to everyone around you for their great energy. Continue to spread the energy to everyone you meet along the way throughout the rest of the day. Have a great day. Namaste.